up on SUTV News, we'll let you know all about Mr. and Mrs. SU tryouts.
And later, we'll clue you in on the party on the hill. Don't go anywhere. News, I'm Ryan Sunderman.
And I'm Carol Cook.
This morning, the Southern Utah Student Association hosted a Meet Your Representatives event. The event took place on the Library Plaza on SU's campus. Students had the opportunity to meet their student government, play sports, and eat Jimmy John's. This event is held every month and is a great opportunity for students to get involved.
On September 5th, the Office of International Affairs hosted their first annual World Expo in the living room. The event included the campus clubs and organizations that will be featured in upcoming events this year, such as the Polynesian Club, African Union, and SU Esports Club. The International Affairs Office will be holding their next event, Oktoberfest, on September 18th. For the full list of events hosted by the International Affairs, get a schedule from their office located in the Student Center in room 169.
The Student Programming Board at Southern Utah University is holding auditions for the next Mr. and Miss SUU. Applications are being accepted now until September 6th, and auditions will be held on September 10th. Apply today and become a part of this amazing SUU tradition.
On August 29th, the student body gathered at the Lake on the Hill for a back-to-school party. Over 1,000 students came and paddleboarded and kayaked to play volleyball. The food truck provided students with acai bowls, and the international student ambassadors set out popcorn and cotton candy. The students were able to play volleyball and outdoor games while listening to music. It was a great outlet for students to let off steam from the start of the school year with sand, swimming, and school spirit.
So what did you think of the party on the hill?
I really enjoyed it because I was a little stressed out from the start of school, as anyone is. But I actually was surprised about how much fun I was able to have, because everyone was wanting to paddleboard and kayak.
Yeah.
But even though I wasn't able to get on board with that, I was able to dance and swim and just hang out with friends. It really was such a great outlet.
Yeah, I got there 40 minutes late, and the line was pretty much stretching into the water.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
It was really crazy, but I really did enjoy myself. Why didn't you stay that long?
I was just looking to get some good footage, and I didn't have a swimsuit, so...
Well, that could have been a problem if you were wanting to swim.
I mean,
but did you at least get cotton candy?
I got some cotton candy. That was
Okay,
good.
That's the best part about it. Coming up, an update on the Rural Summit.
And the Student Job Fair on September 5th. We'll be right back.
Thank you, dear. Well, you're very supple. Just like I was at your age. Back then, I was a sex expert. Used to call me the buttered biscuit. I know about birth control, too. So you can ask me anything, baby.
Bedsider.org has birth control information and a lot more. And it's...
Have you had sex in this car yet?
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. But it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello? That's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Don't let E. coli mosh with your food. An estimated 3,000 Americans die from a foodborne illness each year. You can't see these microbes, but they might be there. So always separate raw meat from vegetables. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
Southern Utah University students are engaging with local employers in the community for this semester's Students' Job Fair. The fair runs every semester and aims to offer employment opportunities to students who are currently attending classes here at SUU. In advance to the fair, students were given tips on how to prepare, including how to introduce themselves and how to write an effective resume. The fall fair ran from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Thursday, September 5th.
Southern Utah University's online campus is expanding due to a new national partnership. During the summer, SUU and academic partnerships paired up to offer additional online courses which will be available to students across the country. The program will launch in January 2020 and is expected to substantially raise SUU's enrollment over the course of the next 5 years.
Cedar City is known as the home of the Utah Shakespeare Festival. Through September 5th, the Southern Utah Museum of Art is allowing SU students to see free plays at the Shakespeare Festival. Tickets are still available through the Thunderbard program and for viewing tonight of Hamlet at 8 p.m.
Southern Utah entrepreneurs awarded thousands of dollars at the Utah Rural Summit on September 3rd until today, September 5th. Utah politicians, businesses, and students gathered at the Hunter Conference Center, where judges heard pitches from 27 businesses about their companies. The goal of this event is to support business ideas in their early stages that have high potential to grow and help the community. One of the winners, who earned 6 out of the total 16 votes, was Mad Freight, which Governor Herbert called an Uber for freights. The winners plan to use their money to help spread the word about their business. That seems like an interesting idea, kind of like a Shark Tank-esque thing here at SUU.
Yeah,
what do you think about it?
Yeah, I really like it. So it is like letting students offer their like ideas for the world, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that is. I've actually thought of that because, not me personally, but I've had a bunch of friends who have had business ideas and things that they wanted to pursue, but they didn't have the money for it.
And there's a great way to get to that jump start.
Yeah, and it even just like gets the idea out there and possible chance for investors and everything like that is such a great idea for them, for sure. All right, now to Connor with the weather.
Coming up, I'll let you know if the sun is here to stay. Stay tuned.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft. To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60. Now I get it.
Looks like it's done.
Don't let salmonella get funky with your chicken. On average, 1 in 6 Americans will get a foodborne illness this year. You can't see these microbes, but they might be there. So learn the right temperature to cook each type of meat. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
Listen up. Each year, hundreds of promising research studies go unfunded for breast cancer, for lung cancer, every cancer. The American Cancer Society has been behind nearly every breakthrough in recent history. But there's still more work to do. So let's make sure that no research is silenced. Let's make noise. Let's make noise. Yeah. And let's finish the fight.
Okay, so we drowned the fire.
Yep.
Stirred it. Drowned it again, and now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. I already posted it.
Welcome back to SUTV. I'm Connor Sanders here with the weather. Today in Cedar we finally have a little bit of cloud cover. Although it hasn't done much to cool the temperatures, we're looking about 85 degrees across the southern Utah region from Beaver to Cedar City, with temperatures just breaking into the hundreds for those in St. George. The fall weather looks to continue to be sunny and warm throughout the next week with a few dips into the high 70s. As you can see today, 86 degrees, beautiful day to go outside, take advantage of the sun. Looking ahead to this weekend, 85 degrees as the high, looking like 56 going to be the low. Just a little chance of humidity, a little bit of wind as we look forward to next week. Everything's looking excellent. So this is our 7-day forecast. As you can tell, here we are on Thursday, 87 degrees. As we move into the weekend, it's going to stay warm, but as we move into next week, we're going to start seeing more of that kind of fall experience. It's going to start being jacket weather before you know it. As you can see, the lows are pretty low at night. Might need to get an extra blanket out as we head towards fall. The leaves will be changing, like we said, and it's going to shape up to be a pretty beautiful fall here in Cedar City. Excellent. Let's go to the next slide. Cedar Falls is where Southern Utah's football team will be this weekend as they head to northern Iowa. This is the weather for kickoff. It looks like 76 degrees. There's a slight chance of some showers, but more than likely SU football will be able to dodge those showers. Hopefully they'll have the same success on the field. It's a beautiful time here in Cedar City. It's the perfect time of year for me. I love bringing jackets out. I love layering up. It's the best time of the year. So as you can see, it's a good time to go outside, take advantage of the weather, and we'll throw it back to the desk.
I love the fall weather. I'm actually so grateful for
Yeah.
it, that it's coming up soon.
I think that, just saying hypothetically, it might be a good time to fly a kite.
For me, it's always easier for me to sleep at night, though, in the fall.
Especially in the cool weathers.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for the weather update, Connor. Here's a quick look about what's coming up next in sports.
Coming up on SUTV Sports, we've got SU's Volleyball Invitational and a look at the Northern Iowa Panthers football program. Stay tuned.
Toxic chemicals and carcinogens are leaching into the environment. It's happening right where we live, work, and play. Everywhere. Cigarette butts are toxic waste. Let's stop the toxic litter. Learn more at rethinkbutts.org.
I'm hungry. I can't see the board.
Good morning, class. Everyone ready to learn today?
Of course they aren't ready. Across America, health barriers keep millions of disadvantaged school children from learning. Children's Health Fund is working to remove those barriers. But to really change the odds for these kids, we need your help. To find out how you can give every child a chance to be healthy and ready to learn, visit childrenshealthfund.org today.
At what age is the color that your skin was meant to be no longer beautiful? Every year, millions of young women try to change the skin they were born with and say they die for darker skin. Sadly, some actually do. Melanoma is the second most common cancer in teens and young adults, and one person dies from melanoma every hour. Change your thinking, not your skin. Stop tanning. Learn more at spotskincancer.org. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology.
Did you check?
Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. Got it. No.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early.
You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back to SUTV Sports. I'm Connor Ace. After suffering an embarrassing road loss to UNLV, the Thunderbirds football team now travel east to face off against the 11th-ranked Northern Iowa Panthers. The Panthers are coming off an impressive week, despite a loss, as they took 21st-ranked FBS Iowa State to triple overtime before falling 26-29. During that game, Panther quarterback Will McElveen passed for 200 yards and a touchdown, while kicker Matthew Cook hit 4 field goals. The last meeting between the Panthers and T-Birds was in 2017. That meeting took place here in Cedar City, where the Thunderbirds upset the Panthers 24-21. This year's game will start at 3 p.m. and will be broadcast on ESPN3 on Saturday. And now SU Volleyball is ready for the Thunderbird Classic at the American First Event Center this weekend. Thunderbirds will face St. Mary's at 6:30, Middle Tennessee State on Friday, and Boise State on Saturday. Last weekend, the T-Birds went 3-0 at the Utah State Invitational up in Logan. SU was able to sweep Xavier and Eastern Michigan and beat the host Aggies 3-2. Shannon Webb was named tournament MVP and recorded 57 kills. Alexis Averett and Thea Leatua were named to the all-tournament team. The 3-0 start is the team's best start since 2015. In recent years, men's tennis has had breakthroughs in performance and leadership. Now recruiting internationally and making changes to coaching and staff of top players, the typical losing streaks have since turned around. Whether singles or doubles, SU men's tennis is even hungrier than before. The SU women's soccer team is looking for their first win of the season this weekend as they travel to Texas for several games over the weekend. Their first stop will be in Edinburgh as they face off against the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley. On Sunday, the T-Birds will travel north and play UTEP in El Paso and will hope to break the Miners' 2-game unbeaten streak. For those hoping to watch SU Net, their first goal and land their first win of the 2019 season, Friday evening's game will be streamed live on the WAC Digital Network. For SUTV Sports, I'm Connor Ace.
That's really good about the volleyball tournament.
Yeah, that's going to be nice that we can hopefully defend that unbeaten streak that we had up in Logan this past weekend.
Also, it's great publicity for campus as well, having being able to hold an event that big.
Hopefully the women's soccer does just as well as the volleyball team because it was a tough loss to Cal Baptist last Sunday.
Yeah, that was really rough. But they got a few games in Texas, so I think they'll be able to come back for sure. We have a great team.
There's a good probability. I mean, there's 3 or 4 games in Texas, so it shouldn't be too hard to try and beat that.
Yeah, they should be able to come back strong from that as well. They're pretty good at away games.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for the update, Connor. Oh. Our reporter Grace Conley is letting you know what's coming up around campus.
And some movie reviews. We'll be right back.
Think you found every hazard out here today? Think again. The spot you missed could be a killer. That spot on your skin could be skin cancer. If you're a man over 50, you're in a group most likely to develop skin cancer, including melanoma, the kind that kills 1 person every hour. That's why your best shot is to check for a spot. It's easy. Follow through and check your skin. Go to spotskincancer.org to find out how. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org.
A single ember that escapes from a wildfire can travel more than a mile. That single ember can ignite and destroy your home or even your community. You can't control where the ember will land, only what happens when it does. Get Fire Adapted now at fireadapted.org.
Hi, I'm Special Agent Diana Berrigan from the TV show White Collar. Did you know that it wasn't until 1972 that the first female earned an FBI Special Agent badge? Now, women are helping solve crimes around the world in faraway places like Sarajevo, New Delhi, Lagos, and Tbilisi. To all our women fighting crime at home and overseas, thank you for keeping us safe. Happy anniversary.
Hi guys, this is Grace Conley with Campus Happenings. This Friday there will be a picnic in the library quad, so make sure to bring your lunches and go out and do that. A lot of students will be there, so it'll be a lot of fun. It will be until 11 to 1, so yeah, go out to that. This upcoming week on Tuesday there will be an origami and cookie night from 11 to 1 in the living room as well. And also, you should go to that if you love paper and cookies, and it'll be an awesome time. I heard it's supposed to be a great big event and a lot of people are going to go. Upcoming is casino night, so if you want to be a dealer for that, make sure to go into your SUU portal and apply. It should be an awesome time. If you haven't been to casino night before, it'll be so much fun. And back to you at the desk.
On October 4th, a new addition to the Joker franchise is being released. Starring Joaquin Phoenix, this released by director Todd Phillips has sparked the interest of both DC and non-DC fans, as a version of the Joker shows a different clown prince of crime than the usual Batman movies.
Good Boys, a new American film, has been released on August 16th. Directed by Lee Eisenberg and Gene Stupnitsky, and starring child actor Jacob Tremblay. The movie about the adventures of 3 tweens was impactful for the young actor in his debut. The film was one of the most successful films released this summer.
This Halloween draws near. More thriller and horror films are beginning to enter the theaters, one of the most anticipated being It Chapter 2. The film is a sequel to the remake of the classic 90s adaptation of the Stephen King novel It. The 2019 film catches up with a now adult group of friends who are terrorized by the clown in their childhood. The film currently stands at a 71% on Rotten Tomatoes, although many film critics are disagreeing with the film's quality. All can agree the performance of acclaimed actor Bill Hader is a valid reason to see the film itself. I am not a fan of scary movies, but I did love the movie Good Boys. Have you guys seen it?
I haven't seen it yet.
You loved it?
Yeah.
I loved it. It was so funny. It was really well done, I thought, but it was really great. But I'm not a fan of horror films at all.
I love horror films.
I can't stand. I'm a scaredy cat.
This Joker seems like a new, great, interesting take
Yeah,
on the character.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that for sure, because it shows like
It's showing a different
his
side, like
breakage.
why
Yeah,
he's the
different-
Joker.
It's showing just the Joker, don't have to include Batman.
Yeah.
Not that anything's wrong with Batman, I love Batman. But the Joker in himself, it's going to be great to see his backstory.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be an awesome
I mean, I
movie.
feel like Joker usually tends to make the film like in The Dark Knight. No
Yeah.
one watched that for Batman. They were all watching it for Heath Ledger, rest his soul. But like,
Rest in peace.
I mean,
oh my gosh, let's hope Joaquin doesn't go down that same route.
But from what I'm seeing, Joaquin Phoenix might be able to actually compete for the title of Heath Ledger and the bar he's set.
It's tough.
Yeah, that's a tough
It's going to
bar.
be tough, yeah.
Heath Ledger is right now, as it stands, the best Joker.
I mean,
Hands down.
This is just a fact. Like, the sky is blue, and Heath Ledger's the best Joker. Like, it's just known to everyone.
This show might not be a horror film, but It Too is a straight up horror film.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I cannot do scary movies.
I loved the first one,
I haven't
too.
seen the first one. I
haven't seen it.
It was really
Since
good.
I was a child, I've been scared of clowns, and it's because of It. I saw my dad's copy of the It novel in his office.
Tell you what, go home tonight, watch It 1, watch the trailer for It 2, and you're going to want to see it.
I'm not going.
No,
I've
I
seen
do.
the
I
trailer
want
for
to
It
see
too.
it. I saw the trailer for It too, and I want to see
I
it.
would say the first one's not really horror, though. It's not very scary.
Okay, but I get scared at
Definitely
everything.
very dramatic.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
but I guess
Kind of funny.
I get scared at a lot of things. Like if anyone here remembers last semester, I got scared at least 15 times on the show of just people jumping out at me. So like that, I just can't even.
Well, Stephen King's the king of horror. He's
Oh, yeah.
the most
Well, it's just
decorated
the
and
king-
talented
Just the king
writer.
of the uneasy, even.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
just
He just
making
picks
you
these like little things
uncomfortable.
that shouldn't be scary that he makes into these monstrous things. So.
Well, he's really great at taking day-to-day things and then just making them.
Also kind of the psychological horror aspect, like The Shining and kind of movies like that.
He has a new movie coming out, The Pet Cemetery.
That's
I've
already
seen
out.
that.
That
That
one's
already
been
came
out.
out.
That one's been out,
I
yeah.
haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen that one yet. No.
I haven't seen it. I really want to see, what is it, The Tower? What is it? The Tower, the Dark Tower.
Tower of Terror?
No. Right at Disneyland?
Oh yeah, the Tower of Babel.
No.
No, what?
No.
Maybe it's the Dark Tower.
Dark Tower.
That's the one. I really want to see that one.
There's
It
like
really
a
is
hide and go
pretty
seek
famous.
movie out too. That's horror.
Oh, Ready or Not.
Ready or
I
Not.
saw that
Yes.
one. I didn't like
That
it.
one.
Really?
You've already seen it.
I saw it. I am not a fan personally. It was really gory for not enough context. But to be fair, people go to movies to be entertained. I was entertained, but as a production major, I wasn't really encapsulated
If you
by
like
it.
wholesome movies right now, there's a movie out called Peanut Butter Falcon. No
Oh,
marketing
that's
for it.
Shia LaBeouf.
It's
That's what
incredible.
we should be talking
Yeah.
about.
Shia LaBeouf.
Never even heard of it.
I went to his Q&A
Definitely
for
see it.
that.
Really? Oh, how fun.
Yeah.
What's the story behind that one?
It's his life story.
Shia LaBeouf's?
Oh, am I thinking
No.
of Honey Boy?
It's a Mark Twain rewrite. but-
Right, you're thinking of Honey Boy.
Oh, I am thinking of Honey Boy. Sorry.
Thanks for tuning in. That's all we have for you. I'm Cairo Cook.
I'm Connor Sanders.
I'm Grace Conley.
And I'm Connor Ace.
And I'm Ryan Sunderman. Tune in next week for The Real Show. Please, we need viewers.
Travel is part of the American way of life.
When we're on vacation, we keep an eye out for anything that looks out of place.
Miss your bag. When we travel from city to city, we pay attention to our surroundings.
Everyone plays a role in keeping our community safe.
Whether you're traveling for business or pleasure, be aware of your surroundings. If you see something suspicious, say something to local authorities.
Homemade noodles. Marty, stop it. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. It reminds me, I've been thinking maybe we should try a new form of birth control. I heard about this one, it's called the IUD, intrauterine device. Or we could try the patch on your arm. Actually, I think that one goes on your butt.
Bedsider.org has birth control information and a lot more. And it's...
What do you think then? Arm or the butt?
A single ember from a wildfire can travel over a mile. That ember can ignite and destroy your home or community. You can't control where that ember will land. Only what happens before it does. Visit fireadapted.org to learn how you can help protect your community from wildfires.